Hello everyone and welcome back to Wendy's Wednesdays wildcard. So I'm parked up at this beautiful spot here. It looks like it's just about to start raining, and bearing in mind this is half-term week, I thought I would show you how to make these lovely ornaments stroke dream catchers. There's another one here, and they're lovely to make for adults or children really. So as you saw in that video just now, there are loads of sticks and all different things in the woodlands that you can just pick up. Just make sure they don't snap really easily, because otherwise you'll get into a bit of difficulty when you start making them. So let me show you what I've got. So here I have got my box of all different coloured wools. I've also got some raffia that I had. I've also found, if I can get it out my pocket, there's lots of other things you can use. You can use string. I've got bits of old cord here. I've got a bit of ribbon. So really you can use anything for these. And here is the feather that I found on my walk and my 2 pieces of twig. So I'm going to start off and show you what we do. I'm going to try and hold this sort of close up. So first of all, you want to make some little grooves in your twigs. You can use like the end of scissors or a Stanley knife. What you're aiming for is you just want them to sort of fit a bit more close together like that. You don't have to make the grooves, it's just going to make it a bit more sturdy. And then we're going to tie these together with some wool, string, whatever you like. So I've got as tight a knot as I can, and I'm just going to wind it around the different twigs just to try and get it as tight as I can. There's no right or wrong way really to do this. You're just trying to get them to stay together, you know, in the best way possible. So you just sort of go over and under any old how, just to firm it up a little bit.
A few days around each one.
And you can see that I've got a bit of wood, a bit of twig showing in the middle. So I'm just going to, oh, sorry about that. I'm just going to go over that so you don't see any stick. So as you can see, it's getting a bit firmer, a little bit. So it's getting even firmer, and this is, you know, I said don't get sticks that snap easily. Well, I hope I said that. If I didn't say that, don't get sticks that snap easily. You know, just try them out, check they're a little bit bendy, because otherwise you risk, as you tighten this, you'll just snap the stick and then you might cry. So I want to start my different colours now. So you can see on this one you've got the middle bit, and then we start on all the different colours. So that's what I want to do now. So you just cut this off and attach it to whichever colour you're going to start with. So I think I'm going to start with I think I'm going to start with this colour. It's like a sort of teal green, I guess. So we're just gonna attach it to the other piece. So this is what we're looking like. Okay, so now we're going to make that pattern. So we're just going to go over one of the sticks. Can you see this? and then around, she says, and then over one of the sticks and then around, over the next one and around, over the next one and around, over the next one and around. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I think this is how you do it. Yes, right. So you keep going like that. So you're going over one stick, around it, over the next one and around it, over the next one and around it. And you're trying to build up these layers of wool. So you sort of want to put it next to each other as you go around. I'm going to show you again when I've done a little bit more to this one. I chose a stick with quite a lot of these bobbles on, and it's quite hard to get them over. You might, if you get a stick like this, you might want to just slice off some of these knots, or whatever they're called. Are they called knots in a tree? I think so. I don't know. Anyway, you might want to get those off, because you're trying to, this is what you're trying to achieve, these layers going around. So I can't do it back to front, but you see where I am. Yes, so you would go around there, up here, and around the next one, and down. I'm going to carry on with this and come to you when it's got a bit bigger. So this is what it looks like so far, and I'm going to change the colour again to blue. So again, you literally just cut it off and tie the other one to it. So we'll just snip it off here. And then you just carry on. So you're going, twisting it round. You've got to, if you don't want the knots to show, just sort of twist them a bit and they'll go to the back. So it's a lot easier now you got to this point to see where you're putting the wool, because you're going to put it next to the one you've just done, and around, and next to the one you've just done. So you can see it's starting to really take shape now, and you just carry on like that until you get to around this far from the edge of the twigs. And I'm going to meet you back there when I get to that point. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you some of my lovely walk I did in the woods, where I collected these twigs with a beautiful song by the equally beautiful ElliePK. And I hope you enjoy it, and I will meet you back here when we get to this point.
You go, but for now you say to me, are we making soup for tea? I wish that I could love you now. We both know what's at stake. Oh, if we fell in love again, how much time would it take for us to fall back out again? In this life we fell apart, in other worlds we're dancing in the dark. For now we're strangers, only worlds apart. I wish that I could stay forever in this place. I've got to go back now and face you as a friend. I don't know how, at least it's comforting. Multiverse theory's a thing. There's pieces of my heart in every realm you've been. I wish that I could love you now. We both know what's at stake. Oh, if we fall in love again, how much time would it take for us to fall back out again? In this life we fell apart. In other worlds we're dancing in the dark. For now we're strangers, only worlds apart. Looking at the lives we don't lead, darling, don't we look so happy? I've got to stop kidding myself, that's not us and it never will be. The fear of losing you has got me screaming at myself. I hope that you go, I hope that you fall. I wish that I could love you now. We both know what's at stake. Oh, if we fell in love again, how much time would it take for us to fall back out again? In this life we fell apart. In other worlds we're dancing in the dark. For now we're strangers, only worlds apart. So can you hold on to the pieces of my heart?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I have got to the end of how far I'm going to go, and once I've got to the end here, I've literally just wound all of the wool around, because this is where I'm going to hang it from. And if you look at the end, what you want to do is make a little slit down that piece of wood just to slot the wool in. This one had a slit in it anyway, just to sort of finish it off and go around, and then we can tie it off and maybe pull the wool through here just to sort of finish it. So finally, what I'm going to do with the end bits is just cut quite a few lengths about this big of whatever colour wool you want. I am doing this one in blue for my amazing, probably my youngest watcher, Frank. Hi Frank. So this one is for you because it's in blues, and if you want it to put up in your bedroom, ask your nanny, and if you don't want it, it's fine, it's going in my van, but it's in blue just for you. So anyway, you cut these strips around this length, and you probably want as many as you, I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do 5 in one colour and 5 in the other, and I will show you what we do with them. So then with these extra bits of wool, or whatever that you've got, wool, raffia, I've got one of each colour here, so you want to get 2 and just put them in a loop. You can see I've done this side here, and you just put the loop on the top here and thread the other 4 actually even bits through the other end, and then pull it tight. Obviously, if you are making these with children, this is obviously the adult version, but if you're making them with children, you've got to make sure that you haven't got splintery bits in the twigs, and also obviously twigs at the sides in forests, sometimes dogs have peed on them or whatever, so use your judgment as to whether you think they're clean, or wash them, or whatever. So I'm going to finish this bit off. Normally, like on this one, I put something on the bottom here and I sort of wind it round, but I think this one looks quite nice with these gnarly bits. So I'm just going to put some on here and perhaps a couple of beads, and I will show you the finished article. So here's the finished article, and I hope you like it. I put some beads on the tassels here and stuck that feather in that we found, and yeah, with the hook at the top, I'll bring it over here, you might be able to see it a bit better. Swing around. With this loop at the top, I did have to sort of make a loop and then tie it around, but I think they look really nice in a van or wherever. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and if you do make your own dream catchers or whatever you want to call them, decorations, I would love to see some. Post me some in the comments. Are you able to do, I'm not sure if you can put photos in the comments, but let me know if you had a go and how it came out. I will be with you at the weekend when I may have gone away. Hopefully by the time this video comes in on Wednesday, I will be somewhere else. How exciting. Tune in then. Until then, happy travels, safe travels, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.